Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
So this is going to be crazy. I can already tell this is going to really, really work well just from that little tester run there. I don't know if you guys seen it. I know there's two people watching. I don't know if you caught that last section there. I'm going to change this so I can see if the electric is just charging as much as I thought it was. So let's have a look at this. We throw these Tesla nervos down, yeah? And they're going to discharge in an AoE on death. But then when we activate this, we're constantly zapping people. The dog's hitting and stripping armor. I might change this laptop to strip armor as well, so we get a bit more AoE. So look at that. Million electric dot there from the nervos. We get on a dude here, we kill him. And look at that AoE, instantly. Everything else starts to zap down from the sky on that kill. So I think in mission this is going to function absolutely. It is maybe the next meta Gaia subsume. I don't know if it'll ever beat Roar or Nourish maybe, but you know, this is pretty good. Look at this. We're getting a lot more AoE killing with just abilities. Let's try a different gun. I know what to do. Let's take the Paris and let's take the Paris. Let's take a dog. See how we get on. Let's see if we can go invisible with this Paris and then just be a caster sort of build this way. Let's throw our nervals down. See if our dog can do the killing for us. Seeing if our AoEs can buffer it too. So now we're invisible. See how these nervos get on. Let's say the dog gets on with the nervos too. Not bad. We might have an AoE invisible caster Gaia now. Come on, let's go invisible. There we go, we're invisible. Now when he kills him, let's see what sort of AoE we get. Pretty respectable, guys. Still think the weapon platform Gaia will be the best way to do this though. Can't knock it. Jeez. The problem is we're missing out viral. That's the problem here. We're missing out enough viral to spread to everyone. So if we go back, let's go back to a weapon build. So the dog was great, it was put viral everywhere. See how this gets on, because this is going to armor strip. Vicious Bond's going to strip when it hits with viral quills. So this will give us AoE armor strip. Well, the nervals down. Get my testicles and the boys. You know, watch him. He's going to do his AoE armor strip in a second. There we go. Look at that. So now, when we get a kill, the electric will scale a lot better. Didn't armor strip him at the back, but he still killed nobody. So once the Panzer strips this armor, the electric dot should do its thing. There we go. Look, he stripped armor. Room white. Didn't hit the back, guys, but that's not an issue. So we've got viral and armor strip built into the gear, just through our companion now. Go on, armor strip these dudes. Come on, dude. Ah. There we go, armor strip. Now if we get somebody with a Tesla nervals in him that's armor strip. There we go, this dude here, that'll do. Look at that. So we'll take this into mission and see how we get on, I think. I don't know, should we take the Panzer, should we take the dog? The dog is pretty good too, but is he doing his thing? Now what's this? This is slash puncture. We want shatter and impact. So this way our shatter and impact will strip armor for us too. And paired with vicious bond. Have we got vicious bond on here? Right, so if we put vicious bond on here, we should be able to get an armor strip as well. So this should give us room-wide armor strip now, between the shatter and impact on there and the vicious bond. So let's see how we get on. Decent bit of armor strip, but not fully armor strip yet. We want that down as quick as possible for these electric dots. And as often as possible too. Now there's a big reduction in armor there we go. But it's, you know, maybe when they're just down a sliver of armor, that'll be enough to get the job done. I need to mod this for viral as well. I've got to put viral in the doggo. Because he's currently corrosive heat, radiation, magnetic, so now he's viral and now he's armor strip. So it should bolster the damage through the wazoo. And another candidate I've got for this is Volt. I think Volt might do this quite well. We'll maybe go an invisible Volt. So if you can armor, that's him doing viral, heat, magnetic, corrosive. But come on, get your armor strip up. There we go, a bit of armor strip now. Don't strip him though. See, we could change the Latrin to armor strip, but I don't know, should we change the Latrin to armor strip because the Latrin is just going to kill them before the armor strip really kicks in, is it? So there we go, what is it? Remove 20% of armor for puncture. There we go. So let's see how this gets on now. So I'll just test the rate of armor strip now. Not the greatest. To be honest, it's not the greatest. We'll see. I think the Hound's going to be the way to do it because he's just such a good primer and he doesn't really care about armor, he's still nukes, look at that. Yep. Wait, if I'm holding this for the puncture armor strip, does that apply to the Hound? I wonder if it does. So we've got our puncture armor strip here. Let's see if our puncture armor strip applies to the Hound. So we'll take off shatter and impact on him. He's got puncture here now. He's got puncture, heat, slash, blah blah blah. We'll take off vicious bond. Let's see if he strips without the that one there. Let's see if he's stripped now. That's with us holding this. Is he going to fully strip? No, not going to fully strip. But no, don't worry. I'm still killed just fine. Definitely want to factor in some armor strip though. So we'll go back to change that because that's no use. Get our vicious bomb back on here. You know, we could go a melee version of this. Let's see how this does. Let's see how we get on with this. With electric gas on the Icar. We'll try this with the Teslabank. We'll see if this can nuke. Well, it's going to nuke regardless, but we'll see how it does with the Teslabank. So we've got armor strip in our hand now. We've got vicious bond, and we have. Let's get shattering impact in him. Where is it? Here we go. Shattering impact. For a bit of extra armor strip here. Now let's clone these guys out. How many clones have got active now? We've got a few, do we? We've got a few clones active. Right. Let's see how quickly these dudes armor strip this room. Not too bad. Not the best. Not too bad. Now they're stripped. Tesla Nervo's discharge. It beats up the back. Try that again. So who's the Nervo's on? The matter who they were on there, it's still fucking nuke. Yeah, that's the sort of thing we're dealing with here. Right, so it's going to chain nuking, no problem. With the amount of stats effects, synergized perspective, just going to keep proccing. Yeah, infinitely proccing. What was that, 6 million dot from the synergized from the Tesla Nervos? Damage capping all over the room. Yeah, no problem. 8 million Tesla Nervos damage there. Right. Should we take the Lacton? Should we try the metal slot? Let's do a melee version. Let's see the melee gets on. Just about is what we thought, is it? And it's going to nuke extremely well. 2 million from the Tesla Nervos there. Yeah, that might be good. Melee Geyer, Tesla Nervos, even more AoE with influence. Gas everywhere too. The gas might be enough to just spread and kill far away Tesla Nervos. So here. Not bad. Really, what we want to do to bolster this Teslabank is we need to get better armor strip. So maybe the Panther is the best, because this is going to strip armor very quickly. Vicious Bond Viral Quills is going to strip the whole room. So we thought that this will be done. And do your armor strip then. It's taking you so long. There we go, he's starting to strip the armor now. Took longer than usual, and look at that, then we get the better discharge. That's the better discharge, that's what we're looking for. There we go, see a quick strip there? And it's spread around a decent amount. Yeah, that's what we want. Vital in the whole room, max stacks, armor strip, and then the Tesla Nervals will go off and do their thing. Here. Look at that. It's a lot better. Let's take this setup. We'll take... fuck it, we'll take that. What else can we take? Take the boss assist. Yeah, that's about right. That's what we want, I'd say. You know, we don't have any impact on here, so there's no need for shouting an impact or anything. I don't think you can even put on yet, it's only the only way. Right. How about we take Trusty Glaive? Because that's gonna, you know, if we put Teslabank on somebody, then we throw this glaive. So, on this dude here. Is that breaking as it hits that? That's quite annoying. That's quite nice. Yeah, running about that glaive. So this is just going to be extra kabloomies. So, refresh spite. So the problem is the guy's got such a big shield. We're kind of forced to, you know, let's drop conductive sphere. Let's go this way, cathode current. Conductive sphere. We can drop the one. We're not going to need that much. And next it. And again, is this going to give? If I throw down conductive sphere, is it going to bolster the electric damage of? It's going to bolster the electric damage of. I know. Get these dudes in. Turn off the compartment. Throw down conductive sphere. They're in Tesla Nervos. Now when we kill this dude here, let's see if this bolsters the electric damage. Is conductive sphere going to bolster the Tesla Nervos damage? Who's on now? This dude over here. So we've got 191,000, right? If we summon them in without throwing down conductive sphere, we'll work out if that does bolster the damage now. Surely it won't though. So now we throw down no conductive sphere and just do the Tesla Nervos to see what sort of damage we do. Oh shit, took the wrong build. Right. So what was that, like 191,000 when we threw down the conductive sphere. Let's see how we get on with it now. Can't really tell. There we go. And throw in conductive sphere. Definitely seems like it's done a bit more damage, did it? Did it both to the Tesla levels? I don't know. Alright, not to worry. Well, let me check. If we drop a shield regen mod, what exactly does this do again? This gives us critical charge, duration, and energy. We're going to want to keep this in then, because our shield, this is our main survivability. So if we factor this in, we've got the 3 augments, tight for a room. We've got the Panzer, armor, strip, vital, the room. I think we're golden. I think we'll go with this. Let's take our trusty little AOLAC, a fantastic gun that gets overlooked. Let's just quickly showcase this damage for anybody watching. This is a gun you need to get. This gun absolutely fucking rips. Wait till you see this with a bit of priming, right? Wait till you see this with some priming on the enemies. Millions and millions of damage and headshots. So, absolutely. We'll take the Diriga here just to showcase it with a bit of priming, okay? So you can see the level of damage this thing does. We'll go viral, radiation, heat, magnetic, okay? So, Diriga, do your thing. There we go. Right, no stacks, yeah? No stacks. This thing's multiplicative with Deadhead on its alt fire and normal. So here we go, no stacks. Now we've got a Deadhead stack, watch. Look at this. Look at that damage. Fully automatic gun, people. Fully automatic. $3 million per bullet, and it's fully automatic. Alt fire as well, 7 million. So do not sleep in the AOLAC. Look at that damage. One bullet, headshot kill, fully automatic. Give this thing a bit of fire rate and you're laughing. Boom. Several million in the headshot. So not everything needs to be an incarnate, does it? Look at that. Again, look at that. So let me just glaze this a bit more quickly, then we'll go back to Geyer. Let's take Wisp, okay? So you got the AOLAC, yeah? Multiplicative on both firing modes. Bit of viral priming. These guys are primed up, yeah? 0 stacks. Right, now let's show what it really can do. Now that's killing just as fast as an incarnate can. Maybe not a chaining incarnate, but you know, if you've got a Bratton or something like that. Now, you might say 0, it's not AoE. Watch this. Invisible, just 3x critical damage. Now it's AoE. $5 million. So, you know, and let's unpause these dudes here, right? Go invisible, cast your 3. Got an AoE gun, watch this. No problem killing big groups of folk people. Tell your friends, this is a great gun. Viral on now. And look at that. Seems pretty AoE to me. So don't sleep in the airlock. Right, let's go test this guy in mission. One last little try before we run in. Right, get our Panzer out. Where is he? He's going to be our armor strip. He's going to be our vital in the whole room. Oh shit, wrong guy. Yeah, this guy here. Teslabank guy here. There we go. This asshole doing. His armor strip. See that? The Panzer's going to ruin my armor strip for us. So pause these dudes. Oops, invincibility off. We'll get Teslabanks down. Panzer's going to strip. We should do decent enough damage with this that we can AoE kill with it. We want that armor strip, so hopefully Panzer can do it a bit faster in mission for us. But again, now we've got a bit of stacks. The Panzer can clone himself. There we go, he's got armor strip now, look. One shot them. Bigger AoE. Not bad. So, I take the stall, but I'm not going to have enough fire rate for that. I wonder how this would work. Let's give this a go. There wouldn't be any funny Archer cells reaction with this, is there? No, I didn't think so. Maybe a little bit more AoE that's helping. Could be. Probably better just to get a ricochet gun like they might have. Desperately need that armor strip. So we'll go back with our Sado. Heavens to Betsy, that was strong. Bounces around the room quite nice, does it, folks? We're on a winner here. Lot of stats effects everywhere. Yeah, I did realise I've got Arcane Hotshot on the build because I'm so used to having it because my Dirigal stack it. So fuck it, let's take out our Hound again. One more try the Hound. Impact, viral heat, radiation, yeah, shattering impact, vicious bond. Right, sack the guns, crit up now effortlessly. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. 100 million? 100 million dot there. 100 fucking million. Dying so quick I can't even see what dots are going on, that's the problem. $8 million, 10 million, right. Oh well, we've seen how that does. Let's go on a mission. We'll take let's take our trusty miter. Right, moment of truth, I was just gonna get on in a mission. Then we'll do some level cap later on today. Let's go Annie, we can camp here at the beginning.
Your enemies have grown fierce.
Also the Zorus is going to help us with some AoE.
They have just shut down all systems. I'm sending life support capsules your way.
My worry is, off the rip, are we going to have enough energy to sustain us okay? A nice enough discharge there. Nervos up there? There is. And boom, big kaboomies. It's looking quite good. Yeah, this is looking quite promising, boys. So that Nervos is up and they'll have them running about. Oh, over there, big discharge. Nervos down here. Yeah, looking promising, folks.
Life support on the way.
There's the Nervos there, look at this. Hound's doing this thing down here too, look at that. All the way through here. I don't know whether there was a Nervos in this room or what. We're getting a lot of AoE killing. Got 2 Nervos active, 2 more. Over there. Where's the rest? One down here. Down here. Down there. One here. Boom. So we need this Hound to factor in better armor strip. Get the bigger kabloomies. One there. Maybe a bit of grouping, maybe we could bring in Nautilus.
I've delivered another life support capsule.
Yeah, they killed that dog there. We put down old the Yeller. Where the fuck are these nervals? There we go, there's one here. The damage is there. But when we see that little purple numbers, that's the best way to tell who it's on. See, the little purple discharges up here, see them? These little tiny purple numbers, that's how we know who it's on. The best way to run it. So you get the little purple number, the pathetic sort of like 30 damage, you know Tesla Nervals is down there, see? And we get that discharge there, boom. Down there. It's an arc-light moment or two, so let's see if we can nuke him with these nervals. Or is he going to embarrass me in front of you guys? Oh shit. Where's the nervals? Where's the nervals? Down here. What the hell is it on?
Is making progress. This will help our
Who's it on? Down here.
When you need it, extraction is ready.
So we desperately need to factor in more armor strip to make this really, really take shape. We've got the Hound Shot and Impact and Vicious Bomb would have cut it. Nonetheless, it's still going to die. Maybe we'll go back with the Panzer and come back in Vital, Armor Strip and Vicious Bomb and thingy. You know, because Oberon was working a lot better with this Teslabank. Oberon was nuking very well with his first ability in conjunction with the Teslabank. Oh, hurry up and roll on, people. There we go, down there. Not bad. Not the greatest. Far better nuking with Varuna. You know, Varuna's the one, if you want to do this and you want a big nuking, do the Volatile Parasite on it, the Mecha set, and then Varuna's 2 on top of the Teslabank, it just goes ham. That's the way to do it. I think we need a bit more armor strip somehow to make this work in full effect. But that was a not bad discharge there. If we go on an infested mission, we're going to see this work a lot better. That's what we'll do. Let's go on an infested mission. The discharges from the melee influence when it touches us under the nervals is working quite nice. But it's just no Varuna. You know, can't compare to the Varuna setup. So I don't think to show the difference in how good it is with Varuna. Let's jump into an infested mission with Varuna with this setup. There's 4 ways to nuke, where there's going to be 4 enemies being nuked at the same time. Between the dog, between the volatile parasite, between Teslabank, and between Varuna's 2. It's just the absolute best way to run the Teslabank so far from what I've tested. That was not bad for kills, though. That's 799, not too bad. But it's armor strip. You really want armor strip if you're going to run this Teslabank. So the likes of Oberon, he was good. Plus his 1, if you cast Oberon's 1 on somebody with Teslabank on them, it's good night Vienna, they're wiped out. So let's have a look at the Varuna setup. So have a look at this. With the Varuna setup, we take this. This is pretty nutty. So read this mod here. Volatile Parasite. This is more AoE nuking. Every 15 seconds, but a maggot, blah, 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 on death, a maggot burst. Dealing 100% accumulated damage is viral, and 40% damage if the enemy dies with it latched. And then when you factor this in, Infectious Bite, when that attacks an enemy that's got the, what's it called, the Teslabank on them, or Varuna's sort of bolstering the damage, it's just, it's ludicrous. You know, we've got Teslabank here, we've got Praedinar. Then we've got nuking from these 2 abilities here, 1, 2. Then we've got the mecha set. You know, I've made a video on it. I think I was probably the first one to put a Varuna Teslabank video out. I don't think anybody else has done it before me. So if we take this, then this, you know, to give the dog more status chance, 379%. And then we take my personal favourite on Varuna, because we can now spread viral, electric, gas, magnetic. Take this for a bit of shield gating. Since we've got no viral in the build and we've got no way to spread viral room wide, the dual Viscus will do it. So let's, like I said, we want armor strip. We want a lot of armor strip. So let's go into, for example, we'll go into Gabi Ceres, because we'll have unarmored enemies, and it'll really make this shine on how well this can nuke if we can factor in an armor strip. That's why I was trying to take companions that can room wide armor strip.
You must provide cover for a lone Tenno operative. Set off the alarms and keep the infested busy.
So this is going to go ham.
A steady stream of toxic spores is being released into the area. Hold on. Emergency life support is inbound.
We get some energy up, and then we'll be golden.
I'm detecting a synthesis target. Use the synthesis scanner to track the creature.
Look at that. So we've got 4 ways to nuke now. But like I said, you really want unarmored enemies. So Praedinar is going to spread it, the Mecha set's going to spread it, Volatile Parasite's going to spread it, and then Teslabank's going to spread it. If one of these marked red guys gets Teslabank on them, it's just nuts.
Tenno, prepare for life support.
There we go, look at that. He got red marked from Dinar, and then look at that, he got the Teslabank on him too, and he had no chance. So Archon Stretch has been procced constantly as well, whether it's Varuna putting it on, or whether it's the Teslabank constantly discharging. And it kind of minor CCs people, look at that too. Our dog stays immortal as well because constantly meleeing. Electric discharge is miles away. electric killing really far away again. So if you like put a few nervos in a room where they're spawning, and then you go do your thing down here, you can really far away. The gas, the electric, the vital is pretty nice too because that's even more AoE, isn't it? And then if we can see this little maggot spawn, let's look out for the maggot on the ground. This maggot seeks out enemies and does 100% viral damage. This volatile parasite. You can find it. You know, the problem is we kill so fast, I don't really see the maggot spawning in that often.
You are part of the corruption, and we are forced to act.
Additional life support has arrived.
So here's a Teslabank guy. Let's just kill him from stats effects. Look at that. So you could just stay invisible without a melee and just do this until, you know, your Teslabank goes off. Oh shit. Alright, he's gone. Electric dot killed him. Well, electric dots. When these Tesla nervos spread out really far, it's crazy AoE. I still want to show you guys this maggot. It's not, I can't see it spawned in yet. The little maggot will latch on enemies, and if you kill somebody while that maggot's latched onto them, that might have been it down here, you're getting massive AoE. Look at that. Right, let's charge up this for you with more crit chance. I don't know if this is better than the roar build I posted. The roar build I posted with this is second to none. I can out DPS Hildren with the roar build. But then again, now Vauban's out DPS in both of them. Because that photon repeater is just so crazy. So Tesla Nervos, kill him, boom. With the Nervos down here still, so when they go off, you're killing over here, and then you can jump down here, you got Nervos over here. All that enemy spreads to the Nervos. They're locking down massive areas. And then the dog did his thing. Oh, look at that. Say no more. Just jump out, one tap, everything. if you could get a Nervos on an enemy that was marked red, as well as the companion marking them, it would just be wild. The denser this gets, the more damage it does, because you know you've got more gas piling up on top of people, and we're fundamentally invincible. And you know we've got stats immunity, and we go invisible, and you know by the time we've seen again, nobody can really hurt us. You can't pull out your epitaph and get overguard if you want. But you're going to find there's not really much need for that. As on Nervos, boom. Is this a bit redundant in Varuna? You could say it is a little bit redundant because you know, she's already AoE killing. It's just quite funny, is it, to see these Nervos explosions going off rooms away, like away down there. There's a Nervos and somebody. When the dog kills them, it's just going to AoE again. Where's the Nervos? Is it over here? Nervos down here somewhere. And it's spread to him. What is he? He had the Nervos in him. There we go. Empty. Typically, it's the lingering gas clouds. Well, there's the maggot there. See the little maggot? So when that attaches to this guy, watch this. Big damage. See the 500k we've just seen discharge over there? That's the maggot. But it's a bit unreliable.
The longer you fight, the more successful we will be.
So, if anybody wants to build, this build is on my page. The thumbnail is just the 3 mods, the volatile parasite, mecha empowered and prey diner. That's the picture of this build. I think it's called Teslabank Varuna. You know, the more enemies we get, the more dense it gets, the better this build really gets. But there's just more enemies, more electric, more gas, more discharges. And as long as you're constantly casting nuclear 4 to help keep that Tesla Nervos, we've got a bit of shield gating too factored in. Because we can get overguard here. Where is it? Look, now we've got overguard. So, you know, for the second you are visible, they're either CC'd from the electric from Nervos, or you've now got overguard and boom, they just jump back in again. You could make it stronger with the dual Ichor, you know. I just like the dual Viscus. If you have the dual Ichor on, it's going to do a lot better performance than this is. Because, you know, you're going to have that look at that big electric discharge there. Because you're going to have that lingering gas clouds of the dual Ichor going around on the floor whenever you kill. Probably spreading as well. But he's got the Nervos. The Nervos in him. Big damage. Because it scales off of health of whatever enemy it's on, so you want the Nervos to kind of go on the Xmas guys. Because then look, you get the bigger discharge like that. And obviously, if you see that lingering electric, that's the area you want to aim for to find somebody with it on them. Oh, here's a marked target. Oh no, he's dead. So we've got targets marked from the Nervos, targets marked from Varuna, oops, and targets also marked from the mecha set. So that's 3 opportunities to room-wide nuke. Nervos target, the red marked target, or the mech unpowered target. So you're always going to find somebody in you. We've got people down here in you. See? More people in you. So there's a lot more opportunity to easier find somebody to jump on and kill. So, but then when all 3 of them factor onto one person, it is fucking crazy. Look at that. Because that's, you know, all 3 things were on them. The mech empowered set, the Teslabank was on them, and then the marked red target. There we go. Look at that. Get a Teslabank on this guy, and boom, look at that. So the acolytes often die from just walking into the gas clouds. There we go, look at that. See you later, mate. Oh shit, boxing, not the best friend. And you feel like that, oh, feel like that, oh look at that. Feel like that for top, maybe a passive overguard. There we go. A bit more safe now. And we'll go invisible. So now we're not going to get really any damage from the toxin effects, we're going to be fine. Even though we've got stats immunity, you still take damage over time with that toxin effects. That's why I got killed there. And the big Nervos damage, as we're getting more populated, we're doing more damage because there's more lingering gas, as we can see. So, my advice is, if you're going to do a Teslabank build, do it on Varuna. With the mecha set and the volatile parasite. There's 4 chances to alien nuke. And where's that little maggot? Can anybody see the little maggot on the ground? This little maggot does insane damage. I can't see him. But like I said, if you take a duelipid in here, you'll do a lot better damage than I am. Look how safe we are now that we've got our overguard up. We're pretty golden, are we? Look at this AoE down there. Not bad, eh? And it works on the armoured enemies too. The work is good, but it does work on armoured enemies. But if you go on a mission public and you've got somebody with roar, this is just going to be absolutely ludicrous levels of damage. Because my Varuna build without Teslabank and just roar is some of the craziest killing I've ever seen. Especially with this setup with the dog and the volatile parasite and the electric gas magnetic dual viscous. Because then we're spreading, electric and magnetic gas viral dual viscous. That means we've got viral room-wide spreading on top of all of this. The biggest enemy's armour though, you know, that can really take the oomph out of our Teslabank. So if there's armoured enemies, that makes things a bit hard. So let's get Teslabank on him. And look at that. Teslabank here. Now look at that. If we can funnel these dudes in just by one doorway, we'll do a lot better damage. But, you know, we're killing over here, and then, you know, we've got it going off over there too. Let's see how this Acolyte gets on, then we'll jump out and we'll show the roar build after it without the Teslabank, which I think is actually better. Yeah, look at that. No match for that gas status effect. So, like I said, if you want to copy this, build it from my page. This is a build that I take the level cap minus the Teslabank, you know, that's new. But fundamentally, it's the exact same. I've taken this build to level cap multiple times, and it has no issues. Absolutely killing everything at level cap. 0 issues. The dual business is, in my opinion, because you can have electric, gas, magnetic. Electric, gas, magnetic, vital on the weapon, and then you've got your roar buff, so your room-wide AoE killing, you know, with electric, magnetic, gas, vital, and then you've got roar to bolster all that status effects. Hello Brandon, how you doing? But we've also got this. This is something that's really crazy on this build. Have a look at this mod. Right. But I'll go into the simulacrum and show it. This thing here, this does some crazy interaction with the mecha set. I think it bolsters it. But look at this, read this here. Every 15 seconds, spits out a maggot that latches on any nearest enemies. The 100% accumulated damage is vital damage. 40% damage if its enemy dies while latched. Yeah, my Roar Varuna build with this setup here, this exact setup, but we've got Roar in it. This is absolutely busted. It's some of the craziest kills I've ever had. I would recommend putting the Roar on. The Teslabank's just something fun and different to try, is it really? So let's have a look at this little volatile parasite. I'll go into Simulacrum. Now, when this does activate, but it's a bit awkward to get it to actually happen. It is some crazy damage. So let's spawn this dudes in here, and we'll look at it spawn the little maggot, right?
Stay focused.
Spawn the maggot yet? Actually, I don't think it latches on Xmas, so we'll see it spawn the little maggot here. Watch this. This is what's really crazy, this maggot. We didn't get it there. It's every 15 seconds and spawns it in. Come on, spawn it in. There's the maggot there. See that little thing there? So this is going to latch onto somebody, and it fucking exploded. Here it goes. Let it latch on. Come on, let it latch on. No, it's still just doing its normal nuking. Let your fucking maggot latch on. Come on. Maybe it's a bit buggy in here. There we go. We've seen a 10 vital damage there, did we? And look at that. That purple 1 million. That was that maggot's discharge there. But like it says, it accumulates damage. There we go. It's a latch onto somebody. So there's that 10. Yeah, that's really crazy. The maggot in conjunction with the Teslabank and that. So it's the maggot that you want to go off, but the maggot is a bit inconsistent. There it is again, see it? The Predicite magnet. Come on, maggot. It's a bit inconsistent for when it actually attaches to people. And then you want to jump on that person, and knowing who it's at. There we go. Look, we've seen that big purple number there. That wasn't the mecha set. That seems to be the big damage that's going off. Again, there's that big millions from that maggot. So now if we factor in of Tesla Nervos on this and all of this stuff together, it's golden. So when you just see that plain big purple damage number, that's the maggot, not the all the stats effects. So pretty nutty. And if we get Eximus in, we're still going to do pretty much the same level of damage.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
No issue really. But I don't think it can hold a candle to the roar build. I think the roar build is much better. Here's the roar build here. $33 million dock with that. We've got the maggot on to go now too. The maggot's going around somewhere. This is the one that I take the level cap off, the roar build. And then, you know, if we factor in, you know, let's take something like, we'll go back to our Teslabank build here. Okay, we're back in the Teslabank build. Let's factor in a better one. You know, I just like the geophysics because we've got viral in it. We're going to lose viral damage here, but we're going to have bigger gas electric in the lingering cloud, so it might actually work out a bit better. We'll see how we get on. So is there a little maggot boy going about? Got Tesla Nervos going around. And let's try and get our combo built up with this, which we probably won't be able to build up. We'll just kill everything too quickly. There we go, we got a combo built up. So you know, you can't even get a chance to melee them, you're killing them so quickly. And then we've got that lingering gas here. So let's try and get gas clouds in before this fucking dog does all the work. I think get the nervos to go off right now. But let's let that gas go away. There we go, we'll get a couple of maggots going out, look at that. So we're getting these dudes that are equivalent to level cap health. Now look at that, that's equivalent to level cap heavy gunners. These guys have got the exact same stats as a 9,989 level cap heavy gunner. And kabloomy! Now, who says we need to play Varuna as purely a melee frame? Now, let's pull out this, for example. I know this is still a melee frame. Where is the bad boy? We'll pull out this, see how this gets on. So, let's do this as just the AoE killing it can do with just its toxin. See how we get on with that. Melee affliction. So we want to lift enemies, we want to drop electric, we want to drop the gas, and just go pure toxin. Toxin, what else could we put in here? We don't need crit chance. I suppose it's nice. Pressure point, melee elementalist. we could put in condition overload. Yeah, we'll put in condition overload. What else could we put in? What else could we put in? Let's put in kill and blow. Oh, we don't have enough for that. So we'll put in. Let's put in some. I know what we'll do. We'll put in. Yeah, we'll put in some attack speed. So let's see how we get on with this. With the same setup, Tesla Nervos. We might get double AoE killing now. So this is the equivalent to level cap health. Our status chance up for Doggo. Then our Doggo is going to be at 300% status chance roughly. Get Tesla Nervos down. The speed's mark. Boom. They're still dying from the lingering gas. Level cap health enemies. Bloomy. So bloomies. Now, just to check that it's going to function through Overguard 2, which I've got no doubt that it will. Get the Teslabanks down. Oh, look at that. No problem. Don't even need to touch anybody there. So let's find a Teslabank and do heavy attack him. Our AoE wasn't as good there. Maggots. Accumulated damage with the discharge there. So and you know, another one that I really like is, where is he? There we go. There we go, look at this one. This one, you're basically going to get your Tenokai constantly with this, through the multi-shot. So, the stash chance our dog up. The Tesla Nervos down. Don't fizz. Oops. Sorry. Everybody died too quickly. Now watch this. Instantly trigger your Tenokai after every hit, because in a multi-shot. Look at that. Again, Tenokai every hit. So we'll jump on this beat here. Look at that. Just ludicrous levels of fucking damage. Now, I don't even think I had that set up right. We didn't even have influence. We had melee exposure on that. So now we pull out influence. Let's see their AoE. What, that maggot's going about still. The maggot going around too. There are a couple of them. Maybe that's glitched out, I don't know. Maybe we can spawn several maggots. If we can spawn several maggots, that's glorious. Look at that. You know, get the stove up proc and influence basically constantly. Constantly keeping up our Tenokai mod as well. Look at that, every hit got Tenokai. I was also thinking about this one here. Have a look at this. Read this one. I thought this could be quite interesting. Read this here. Vulcan Blitz. Enemies explode in death, dealing 300 blast damage, 60% enemy health, and a 6-minute radius. Combined with, we have Volatile Parasite, 100% accumulated damage, viral damage, big kabloomies, mecha set, more big kabloomies. There's nothing we can really drop here because it would have been nice if we could have fit in another mecha mod. We can't. We're stuck for room. So we'll see how we get on with this slam here. What have we got set up on this? So we've got influence or have we've got afflictions. We'll see how we get on with afflictions, then we'll try the influence setup. Got a feeling the influence might do better with Varuna because we'll be able to spread it a lot easier. So these guys are overguarded, it'll be difficult to lift them, but we'll give it a go. Get Nervos out. And the doggo's killed them already. Right, we'll try it with these dudes here because they'll be easier to lift. It might take a few goes to get everything in the momentum of things. Dead, blast damage everywhere. Right, so now we can blast damage one of them. Yeah, what I thought. We're going to double that. We get the Nervos on them, blast damage. Yeah, big kaboom. That's effects. Blast damage, more spreading. Maggot's doing his thing too. So was that afflictions? That was afflictions. Yeah, it's pretty nutty. We can really factor in any weapon we want with this Kumu because it's just Varuna's just so good. You can factor in whatever you want. We'll try the influence setup, Vulcan Blitz, Exploding Death, top of Teslabank. Did I make that fucking dog invisible? No, she could do that. Oh, yeah. They might get bigger AoE because they will do influence. Influence will proc the blast for us on death, which might trigger off some of these Tesla Nervos. So, not bad. So with that blast procs as well. And Varuna will give this at least yellow crits. So it's a hammer that nobody would typically use. Yeah, another fan favourite of mine is the Sampotes and Lieutenant Exec. Look at that. Look at that blast damage going off. So blast electric, then electric from the Nervos, and the AoE from the dog. Yes, brutal. So let's see how our Sampotes gets on here. Now, I've been using Sampotes with Zata's Whisper Sarin, and it's been pretty nuts. You know, it's been blowing people up through the walls. So, still get on with this here. Stash chance up. And Maggot's going about doing his thing, accumulating damage. And Paul got the chance, everything's nuked. So, again, everything's nuked. So, yeah, about what we thought. So, where's our Nervos? There's our Nervos. Getting more AoE. No bot, bother. About what we thought. The Maggot's going about again. There's the Nervos on. Nervals over here. This way we can kind of hit the Nervals from a distance as well as slam and maybe hurt the people around. So it's giving us the slam essentially a bigger AoE, is it? Look at that. So now we've got sort of big slam back, almost. Put these Nervals down. Big kabloomies. So the Tenet exec can work very similar to that. If you don't have the SAM ports, don't worry. You can use this Tenet exec. And what have I got on this bad boy? We've got heat, we've got afflictions. Again, it's doing a big line of explosions. So, God knows, we might get lucky. This might work better than SAM ports. Our little AoE maggots will explode doing 100% viral damage. And if it explodes while attached to somebody, 140% viral damage. So if anybody's watching this and you want to copy this build, I've uploaded it a couple of days ago. It's called Teslabank Varuna. We need to hit Teslabank guy to get this to really chain and go off the way we want it to. Or at least that guy. Not bad, 14 million heat. Considering it's giving us more AoE now, we're not back to the glory days of old slams, but, you know. Still not too bad. I think we're still better with the SAM ports, to be honest, though. So, what other slammers do we have? We have, we've got the Mire. Let's see how we got on with the Mire. I never thought of that. So this one's nutty. Absolutely busted. Electric gas, afflictions. So we can hit this on somebody. But it's got all these other stats effects in them. It's going to be brutal. Our stats chancing our dog up. Stats effects on this dude. Tesla Nervals in him. And Goodnight Vienna. So oops, before we even got a chance, our Nervals and that maggot done some crazy interactions. So this will give us more AoE because we've got the Teslabank on, so it'll help with the AoE. It's not going to be the same glory days of the old slams, but at least there's something there. Now, we do something like this, I know. So let's see how we could get on with our little grouping buddy. So we get in these level cap, level health guys. Where are they? There they are. These dudes have got equivalent to level cap heavy gunner health. Something like that. I don't know why, but if you look up, it is. So get all the stuff together. Before we get the chance, everybody's dead. So that shows you what we're dealing with here with level cap damage. But, you know, Varuna can go to level cap very easily. Look at that. Everybody killed with one slam. So let's take the dog off, for example, and see just our raw damage with Varuna and her Teslabank. So if we... Where are they? Here they are. Let's group these dudes up and show her damage with just her setup just now. It's Teslabank only, and our invisibility and status effect, blah blah blah. Yeah, everybody, regardless of level, they're level cap, but if they're not, they're going to die. You know, let's take out something funny. We'll take out the Dark Sword. This is the best slam in the game, courtesy of Moog. I think he brought it to the mainstream. If you haven't seen his channel, I suggest you go follow it. The guy does a lot of good stuff. So let's look at our Dark Sword here. Let's look at this ridiculous damage. What we've got? We've got gas and radiation, 47,000 on the slam attack. The rune is going to make it crit, do more status. So Tesla nerve goes down. Just loony. So see we get on now. We're getting these dudes here. We can't group them up, but we'll see we get on. Tesla nervos, one over there, so they're spread out decently enough. And look at that. It would have been nicer with the dog, he would have spread that around more. But the dot lingering damage is going to be really, really nutty with this. We'll get a dog back out again. Where is he? Now, our maggots are going to be doing the big damage here, 140% accumulated damage. And this on marked enemies. There's the maggots here going around. That's unnervable. So we've got multiple ways of AoE. Oh, blew me. Gas everywhere. I don't even know where the thing is there now. Where's the Tesla nibbles? Here it is. Oh, blew me. So, who else was I thinking? Here we go, we've got Oberon. Let's have a look at the Oberon. This is the Oberon build. So, we have Teslabank. In conjunction with his one, should be able to nuke quite well. Keep the dog out. Got armor strip. So, get these guys in. Armor strip. Now where is our Tesla nervos? What's it attached to? I don't even see what it's attached to. It's plugged out of it. There we go. We should be able to do good AoE with this. There we go. Strip this dude, cast it on him, and look at that. Room wide killing. So Tesla nervos, armor strip, and look at that. No problem. So you could have, if you wanted to, you could have an invisible caster Oberon now. So let's look at this. We'll go invisible. So now we're invisible. Invisible caster Oberon. Stripping armor. That's that one of them. And room-wide killing. While you're invisible and you're immortal. Because Oberon's basically immortal all the time. But how'd you like them apples? So here's the build. I've already uploaded it as a YouTube short, I think. But that's the build there. These will just make the balls roll around and give us 60% strength on the next cast. More strength to bolster the Teslabank. Oops. So we've got 100% status chance and to bolster the smite. And we've got an invisibility through the dog if you want. Flaws in the dog. Look at the status chance from the Paris. Crit chance, crit damage. This will be going around nuking in its own too. So, you know what, let's take this. Let's take this nuking Oberon build. We'll test it one more time, just to show that it's working. So I'll throw down the Teslas. We'll strip them, then cast it on him, and everybody explodes room wide. So let's go on a mission and see how we get on with it. Teslas, strip, cast, everybody's dead. I suppose we could use grouping. Let's take that with us. Group? No, we're not going to need to group in because we're going to be invisible. Nobody will be able to see us. We'll take this one in case of emergencies. Take some parkour speed. Oh shit, what we do? So let's jump into a mission, see how we get on with this. I think we should jump into again. An infested one just for how funny it is from the enemy spawns and the distance away that the Tesla Nervos can kill. You know, we can armor strip, we can kill Grenadier, it works. I just want to see how it's going to work here. I done it yesterday. We've seen that, killed that Eximus, no problem there.
You must provide cover for a lone Tenno operative.
Oh, me, I'm sleepy. Need to take my daughter at the park soon, so this stream's going to end soon.
A steady stream of toxic spores is being released into the area. Hold on. Emergency life support.
Make us invisible. Come on, doggo. Make us invisible. There we go, we're invisible.
I sense it. Track it with the synthesis scanner.
Tesla's down. Get some kills already. Oops, and I'm knocked down. Need to get some health, energy. Right, now we've got Hallowed ground up. We're going to get some more orbs. Look at the AoE capabilities already of this. Running around invisible, la-di-da-di-da. The dog was dead.
Tenno, prepare for life support.
Where is he? Where's the fucking mutt? Okay. Come on, make us invisible. There we go, we're invisible.
I've delivered a life support capsule to the area. Activating it will buy you more time.
I'm trying to just chill invisible and let the dog do his own thing, and then, you know, if you see an Eximus with the Nervos and then cast on them, and then, you know, you get that sort of damage.
Life support on the way.
There we go. Try and get nervos on this dude here. Big kabloomies.
Support capsule is now available.
We get some more stats chance for the doggo. There we go, we'll get stats chance for the dog now. Critical chance, sorry. So, where the hell are all these dudes? Here we go. Nervos. Big kabloomies. It's nice when you nuke with Nervo's target, because, you know, if there's a lot of enemies around them, it works quite well. Plus then the dog's nuking them as well and doing more AoE. Like that sort of stuff there. Do you need it? No. Is it redundant? Yeah. Is it funny? Kinda. Oh, well, you know, you don't need that. You know, you just use. Is this for Vauban you're talking about? Just use the Diriga with heat modded to it, and you can orange crit all day long with the shell. Or that's, you know, if you take a Diriga, right, and you put arc foil in the Diriga, and you put heat damage on that Diriga's weapon, you're going to be able to make every single Warframe abuse arcane hotshot and get orange crits all day long. Now here's one issue we got there, but then look, violence is just handled by the dog. We're out of energy, now we're up Ship Creek. Now we're okay. And look at that, big kabloomies again. So let's jump out of here and we'll I'll show you what I mean with the arcane hotshot being stacked through the Diriga. You know, that's what I had in my Geyer when I was doing the Geyer Teslabank before I'd done the Varuna Teslabank. We could have even more crit from arcane hotshot being kept up on the Diriga. So it's quite funny on Oberon. Throw it down here and show it again quickly. The dog killed everybody. So you get big AoE with that and it kills, you know, when it explodes. And the dog's doing most of the killing for us, we can just chill invisible. So the dog just explodes everybody. Oh, right. Oh, yeah, definitely, yeah. Yeah, you could do that if you wanted to do that. You could definitely do that. What the hell am I playing at? Oh no, look at this. That Tesla Turbo's just shocked him, kept a nice standstill for us. Are we invisible? Or invisible? You done?
You are always reliable, Hunter. Come receive what is owed to you.
Don't you worry, I'll be coming for my companion Riven right after this. So the invisibility's probably overkill on Oberon, but it was just good to allow the dog to run around and kill without well, how much got here now? 7 smart. Alright, perfect. Got enough for a companion river. I did think about putting Teslabank on Wisp. You know, if we were to use Teslabank on Wisp along with Breach Surge, we'll see how we get on with that. Or we could do Breach Surge Vauban, that's what we'll do. I'll do Breach Surge Vauban. So, Breach Surge Photon Strike might be interesting, but we'll do Breach Surge Vauban here. What have we got in this one? We've got nothing in this one, so we'll replace Photon Strike in the second with Breach Surge. Yeah, you're right about that, mate. You could definitely put the Ember subsume on, but in my opinion, you really want to have viral on Vauban for energy management and to bolster your Flechette Orb. So, you know, when we can just abuse Hotshot and Diriga, in my opinion, I don't think there's a need to really put it on Vauban. So we'll see how this Breach Surge gets on with Teslabank. Might be quite funny. I'm actually building standard Vauban now because I hate that we can't have, for example, if I want to have a loadout where I have Photon Strike and Nourish over 1, I can do that, but then I can't have a config 2 where I have Nourish on a different ability. You know, you need to have different subsumes on each different config, and I don't know why DE done that. Come on, let us have Nourish on various different abilities, because I want to have a Nourish build where I use Photon Strike, and a Nourish build where I use Teslabank. And I don't think it's fair that we can only choose to have one Nourish setup, so that's why I'm building a second Vauban, so I can have 2 of them set up. So let's see how this gets on with this.
This is how I can help you.
What the hell? I thought I had enough standing. Tripping? Oh, I must have bought it yesterday. Oh yeah, I did. I got the Hound driven yesterday. Right, moment of truth. Breach Surge Vauban. Let's see how we get on. Can't even see that. I need to change his energy colour because I can't really tell. Is that better? That's a bit better. Right, Teslabank Vauban. Let's see how we get on. I won't stack up our Hotshot. 8 radiation, yep. Vauban build. What did I lose there? I lost. Where's my all? There we go, Teslabank. There we go, we're set up. We're golden. Ready to go. So,
stay focused.
Teslabank, these dudes. Might want vital. Call it one vital. Yeah, we need to change the Diriga. I'm have a read your comment, dude. I couldn't see it properly there. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, for all the Arcane Universal Fallout. Great idea, that. What are we doing here? Yeah, this is what we want. We want the viral one on. Right, so now we've got viral, we've got Teslabank. Right, Teslabank proccing. Yeah, we've got viral on the enemies. That's Breach Surge. Not as good as I thought it would be. Maybe be better with Photon Strike, Breach Surge. Not bad. I know, we'll factor in a bit of grouping. might be completely different in mission though, that's the thing. Things can be good or bad in the sim, and then, you know, you so strip these dudes. Get a Teslabank on them. Breach surge on them. Not bad. Can't complain with that. That thing's gonna get interesting. Yeah, pretty crazy. More armor strip. Yeah, pretty crazy. When that headshot to bounce around and find the guy with the Teslabank on them, that's when things really take shape, is it? Yeah. Pretty nice. Now if we throw for jet orbit, how's that going to react to this? Breach surge, this might be interesting. So, get her for jet orb then. My Diddigud's glitched out, he's not casting hotshot for us. Stacking hotshot. Hold on, swap this out, fix it. Sometimes that happens in the sim, you know, it stops proccing arc coil. Right. Am I going off my head? What's going on here? Why is he not proccing arc coil? Now we'll change the dagger, choose where it now. Let's set up one. Right, now he's propping arc coil. Good boy. Right, now for the shell orb, the breach surge. It's going to start headshotting. I've got an even better idea, I've got a better synergy for you boys. Watch this. For force headshots, we can use the Scourge. So, well, I didn't ever think of this before. Force headshots, we can use the Scourge. So if we throw this down, pull these dudes off. Now, if we throw this down, it's all force headshots.
Stay focused.
Now throw down that, throw in Breach Surge, throw in Teslabank. What's going on here? Why is this not working? Should be forcing headshots. Well, that is peculiar. Try again. Post the headshots, pass the Breach Surge, go there for Shelter, Teslabank. Post the headshots. Now it's headshotting. Now we can see the big damage difference, it's headshotting now. So. It's after shit headshot on, no body hitting. It would be in the high 100,000s if it was headshot. We need to wait till this duration runs out. Now, the way to make this headshot is throw down that, and you lift them, and you cast Breach Surge, and you throw your flechettes, everything should headshot now. So you could go an invisible caster with this. You know, you could swap this out. Where is it? We could swap this out here. We could drop our Arcane Hotshot. We could put in Crepuscular, and we would force headshots with a Scourge, and we could run something like this. So I think it'd be a loss of damage because we're not using Hotshot. But we could throw this down here. That's forcing headshots. And if we go invisible, once we do go invisible, cast on Flechettes, cast on Breach Surge, cast on Teslabank, lift enemies. But ultimately, I don't think there's anything better than the Flechette or Vauban. Flechette or Arcane Hotshot Vauban. Still shreds. Right, I think that'll do. I think I'm going to come back later on, and when I come back later on, I'm going to do another live. And when I come back later on, I'm going to do this. I'm going to put Breach Surge over this, and I'm going to keep I'm going to keep Breach Surge over this. Drop our Teslabank. And see if our Breach Surge in conjunction with Photon Strike, we'll see how that would work. Now let me quickly try and do something quite glitchy here. Let's see if we can cast in our Breach Surge and then quickly change to Vauban and have a look at it. So, then we'll go. So, we Breach Surge on these guys. Put them down, and then we change to our Photon Strike build. See if we can make it work. Oh, Breach Surge is still there. Let's have a look. It doesn't look like it's doing anything with headshots. Get the Breach Surge. Breach Surge is gone now, so yeah. We'll get it later on. Anyway, cheers for watching, everybody. If you want to find the Varuna build, you'll find the Varuna build on my page. Teslabank, Vauban. I've got a reworked Vauban build on my homepage. I think that's the best way to play Vauban. It's got no helmet and it's got a helmet. We've also got Oberon with Teslabank, which is really, really funny, in case anybody wants to try that out. Have you tested using purple electric shards instead of strength shards? No, I haven't. But what I'll do is when I build this other Vauban, I'll put the purple shards onto Vauban and we'll have a look at that. But yeah, quickly, if you want to screenshot it, this is, in my opinion, quintessential way to play Vauban. I'll just quickly do a little showcase where I go. This with this here. This will give you shield gating. This will stack Arcane Hotshot for you constantly. This is the best way to do it, in my humble opinion. So let's have a quick look at this. We've got these guys here. Have a look at the sort of damage we can do here. We can have our Fleshshot or Orange crit very easily. Now check this is working. Yeah. Look at that. Now this will scale all the way up to level cap and do hundreds of thousands of damage. Now factoring in Nourish, the damage is going to get even higher. Look at that, 2 million. Throw them all in. Everybody's dead. Very, very, very effortlessly. Look at the damage of the starter too. So this is going to prime enemies. The starters multiplicate CO. So let's get a dead start and show just how strong this is. If our abilities don't kill everybody first. Which they probably will. So let's have a look at this. Primed enemy, what are they? Get some dead starts. 4 million a hit. This is a full automatic gun, people. And the alt fires. So, let's look at if we alt fire into somebody with Teslabank, and then let's watch what happens here. Put the Teslabank down. Air fire on. Let's get in a bit of armor strip. Where is somebody with Teslabank and them here? What's this? Look at that. Everybody wiped out. Now again, let's just show this on a primed enemy. Look at that. Fully automatic gun, people. One bullet can kill a whole group of people. The Stalta is a gun that everybody should have. It's MR10, and it's my most used weapon. The Stalta is just absolutely off its fucking cake. It is insane, and especially when you factor in with like the likes of Zephyr, Wisp, Vauban. It is just insane. So look at this stacked up here. We've got our Arcane Hotshot fully stacked. Look at this sort of levels of damage we're doing against these guys now. Look at that. And the top running about buffing them. And you've also got your little passive roar buff as well now. So, Vauban is no slouch. And the non-helmet build is really strong too. Where's the non-helmet build? Is it here? No, I don't have the non-helmet build now. But when I'm back later, I'll show it if you just want to tune in and have a look. So again, this is it. And you're probably thinking, how's Vauban survivability? Let's have a quick look at it. We can just shield gate, full shield gate back, nice and easy, and everybody's dead. When you're ever going to be in that situation, unless you're at level cap, but then you're safe. But then you looky here, we've got this. We can just chain overguard with this. We can't even break it, and let's look. If they do break the overguard, look, which they won't. So that's what I've looked to it. The survivability is nice and easy. Well, if they do break the overguard, we just, boom, spam this, it ricochets around and gives us overguard back. So, if you want a nice Vauban build that can gun buff, run around, ability kill, you could just take an Epitaph with primary secondary fortifier and play level cap like that. Or you can run around and gun buff and kill with abilities like this. So, I'll catch you guys later. Cheers.